Why are we still pretending Oasis were the greatest band of the 90s, when half their discography sounds like Beatles karaoke with a hangover? Before the Liam fans come for me, let me be clear. This isn't about hate, it's about hype. And Oasis have been riding a nostalgia wave so massive, it's drowned out the truth. So before we dive into the denim jackets, the stadium chants, and the recycled riffs, hit subscribe, because this is where we unpack the legends without worshipping them. Now let's talk Oasis, formed in Manchester, 1991, fronted by two brothers who hated each other, but loved the spotlight. Liam, the snarl, the swagger, the shades, Noel, the brains, the songwriter, the I stole this melody and I don't care energy. By 1994, they dropped Definitely Maybe, and the UK lost its collective mind. It was loud, it was fast, it was drunk, and it sounded like something big. But here's the truth. Oasis weren't breaking boundaries. They were borrowing them. Live forever, supersonic. Cigarettes and alcohol, all catchy, all brilliant in the moment, but all deeply rooted in what came before. And by deeply rooted, I mean ripped off. That T-Rex riff on Cigarettes and Alcohol, lifted. That John Lennon piano on Don't Look Back in Anger, copied. Even Noel admitted he nicked it, and fans just laughed, called it homage, called it genius. But is it genius if it's déjà vu? And let's not ignore the songwriting. For a band supposedly speaking to a generation, the lyrics are painfully basic. Today is gonna be the day. That what, Liam? You mumble another vague metaphor and call it a chorus? Their songs weren't poetic. They were vague enough to apply to anything. Heartbreak, youth, pub fights. Oasis lyrics felt deep because they didn't say much at all. And that's the trick. Make it sound big, so no one notices it's empty. Now let's talk. What's the story? Morning Glory, their best-selling album, home to Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova, Don't Look Back in Anger. Huge songs, global hits. But again, were they great? Or just loud and catchy? Because here's the pattern. Same chords, same vocal sneer, same mid-tempo emotional build-up. It was paint by numbers, Britpop, and it worked because they had attitude, they had headlines, they had the illusion of danger. But musically, it was repetitive, and the deeper into their career they got, the worse it became. Be Here Now, the third album, should have been their masterpiece. Instead, it was bloated, coked up, overproduced. Songs that went on for 7 minutes, with no reason, endless guitars, no direction. And critics loved it at first, because they were scared not to. But a year later, even Noel admitted, it was the sound of a band on drugs in the studio. No vision, no editing, no soul. And fans slowly started slipping away because behind the sneer, there was nothing new. Oasis never evolved. While other 90s bands were pushing boundaries, Radiohead was getting weird. Blur was changing lanes. Pulp was getting clever. Oasis stayed stuck. They found one sound and repeated it over and over. And it's not just the music, it's the mythology. People worship Liam and Noel, like they're Lennon and McCartney. But let's be real. The Gallagher brothers weren't poets. They were great at headlines, terrible at harmony. And the whole, we hate each other but we're brilliant together act was just that, an act. One that sold records, but destroyed the band. Because Oasis didn't implode due to art, they imploded due to ego, and yet, people still act like they're untouchable. Why? Because Wonderwall got played at your prom? Because Don't Look Back in Anger made you cry once? Because you heard them drunk at Glastonbury and it felt spiritual? Nostalgia is powerful, but nostalgia isn't truth. It's memory, blurred by beer and bass lines. And when you strip that away, what's left? A band that made 2 good albums, then coasted. A band that called themselves the best, but rarely proved it. A band that mocked pop music while chasing chart hits. And now, in 2025, they're back. Reunion tour, tickets selling out in seconds, fans crying at Acquiesce, and sure, that's beautiful. But let's stop pretending this is about music. It's about memory. People aren't seeing Oasis, they're seeing their youth, and Oasis knows it. That's why the set lists are safe. No new material, no reinvention, just the hits. The same hits, every night. It's not a comeback, it's a cash-in. And yet, they'll get praised because we still confuse swagger with substance. But here's the thing, you can love Oasis and still admit they were overrated. You can scream Wonderwall at a pub and still know it's not revolutionary. You can wear the t-shirt without rewriting history because the truth matters. And the truth is, Oasis didn't change music. They just reminded us of the past. They weren't innovators, they were imitators. And they did it very well. But genius takes more than confidence. It takes risk, it takes range, it takes growth. And Oasis grew into nothing. They arrived, loud, brash, exciting, and then froze. Forever trapped in 1995. Don't forget to subscribe if you're here for music truth bombs and guilty pleasures exposed. And here's the final question. Are Oasis truly legends? Or just the most overrated band of the 90s?